You probably see a lot of social media posts from real estate agents saying, under contract in 2 days, multiple offers, right? We all do that. But you probably don't hear a lot about the listings that have a smaller buyer pool that are a little bit more difficult to sell. I'm LaDawn Sperling with Coldwell Banker Realty, and I'm here to tell you about one of my listings, 7735 Westview Drive in Lakewood, Colorado. It was a property that has been in my client's family for a very long time. And it was a lot with a house on it where my clients lived. And then there was also a vacant lot that was adjacent to it, but it didn't have any access to the street. So it was landlocked. In total, it was more than an acre, and my clients wanted to sell the entire properties both together. So the first thing we did is we hired an appraisal because that's kind of a different property to price. So the appraisal came back and we used that for where we priced it. But this was a prime example of just because someone says it's worth that much doesn't mean that the market is willing to pay that much, because we listed it for that price and we did not have any luck finding a buyer. Our first strategy was we thought it might go to an investor who wanted to scrape the house and redevelop both parcels. So we targeted investor buyers in the beginning. We quickly realized we weren't getting any traction there. So once my sellers moved out of the home, we readjusted, staged the home, and started targeting a buyer who might want to fix up the house and have all of the property. We had so many buyers who wanted to buy just the property with the house. But if my clients had sold just the property with the house, there's no way we would have found a buyer for that vacant lot that had no street access. We had to turn down all of those offers, turn them all away. We did have some people who wanted to buy just the vacant lot because it backs to commercial on Wadsworth. And a couple of the business owners there were interested in buying that space, but it would have had to be zoned commercial. The city of Lakewood said, no, we could not zone that property commercial. So those buyers went away. I spent so much time researching and calling the city. I used every bit of knowledge I gained working for a consulting engineering firm on this one. In fact, like city, they all have the address memorized. They talked about it in their staff meetings. They analyzed how many goats could be on the property. One woman considered horses, but then she decided the car wash behind was too loud. We had someone who wanted to do a dog rescue. That didn't work. A tow truck company owner wanted to tow cars there, and the city said he could park his trucks on the lot, but he couldn't tow the cars there. We had a landscaper who was interested, but there were different issues with, is he parking vehicles? Is he storing landscaping things? What is he doing there? So that one got a little too complicated. I'm trying to figure out what I'm missing. We have goats, we had tow trucks. Oh, someone wanted to build a car repair shop there, not an allowed use according to zoning. So when you have a property like this, you really need an agent who understands zoning and who knows who to call to get answers. So that was very helpful. We went under contract with one buyer. During that period, it came up that we needed an improvement location certificate of the back lot because the title company felt like there might be something encroaching on the property, on the commercial side. Luckily, I'm married to a land surveyor. He couldn't do the ILC. That's not what he does. A week before the people could do the ILC, and of course, I would have been stressed to no end wondering about this. So I made my husband walk the lot with me, and he's like, yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see anything encroaching. So got the ILC back. It came back clear, but that buyer did end up terminating. So we had to go back on the market, and we did find a new buyer who was very excited. It was a challenging loan process though, which I knew ahead of time when I took this. I had talked to a few of my lenders ahead of time to see if they could do the loan. But this buyer really wanted to go with his lender, and it was a little bit of a challenging process getting through the loan piece, but we did it. We closed. It was on the market for more than a year, but we got it done. Thank you so much to my sellers for hanging in there with me, and I couldn't be more excited for my sellers. I'm LaDawn Sperling with Coldwell Banker Realty. Think your property will be a challenge to sell? Give me a call. I'm ready to strategize.